Hello guys, this video will be about Brawl Stars' recent problem, and just like any video game, Brawl Stars has its ups and downs.
And no, I'm not going to describe Brawl Stars as if you didn't know it already. Anyways, the problem found its roots at October 2023, when two brawlers were released, Pearl and Chuck. Pearl was a pretty decent brawler on release, however, her fate wouldn't look very bright, because she would be forgotten due to her boring gameplay and bad hypercharge. On the other hand, Chuck would gain lots of love from the community, in light of his very unique super, dashing and dealing ridiculous damage. Additionally, that made him the best pick in game modes like Heist and Hot Zone. However, he came with a bundle that costed real money on release, keeping in mind that at that time, the Brawl Pass, in which new brawlers were, was free, and his advantage in Hot Zone and Heist especially made him a go-to brawler. His update wasn't welcomed with much hate, unlike the next one, in which one of the biggest abominations of Brawl Stars was released, Kit. He entered the Brawl Stars world at the January 4th, 2024, and was soon considered to be one of the most broken brawlers in Brawl Stars history. For those of you who are unfamiliar with how he was, here is a quick demonstration.
There's a glitch with Kit's first star power. Not only does it give more power, but it charges the super faster. Once you start farming 5 cubes, 6 is when you can infinitely stun people. And then you can just chain your supers back to back to back.
If that's not broken, I don't know what is. Well, actually I do, but we'll see later. And as the cherry on the top, he also had a bundle, but that was very expensive. That made him dominate the meta for about a month or two till he got 6 nerfs, including a Rosa plus Kit combination. Imagine combining a shielded tank with a 3,200 damage thrower. But even after these nerfs, he still remains a strong brawler in 1v1 situations. And when the community thought it was over, Brawl Stars broke their expectations. With the release of Larry and Lori, a thrower with no counters, long range, high damage, fast speed, and most importantly, broken star powers. The first one made Lori take all the damage received by Larry, as long as they were in range. The second is like Piper's second star power, but again, only works when Larry is in range. As a result, you'd get a Frank with the first star power, and a Clancy with the second. Little did the twins know that they'd get massive nerfs, but that wouldn't make them forgotten like Rosa. At that point, the community knew something was going on, yet that didn't stop Brawl Stars from releasing other powerhouses, such as Gay Mosquito and Melody, who were released at the same update. Gay Mosquito being a fast damage-dealing sniper, and Melody breaking Brawl Ball. Both were released at February 23, 2024. Angelo received a 400 damage nerf, leaving him with 4,000, and Melody got a health nerf. But to be honest, these nerfs were like jokes. The next update saw an epic brawler being released, Barry, who was a hybrid, an assassin, support, and thrower aka artillery. His rarity made him cause an apocalypse, but not a major one like Edgar. Now, you may disagree with me, but here's a point. Edgar's apocalypse literally made the servers crash. Did Barry's do that? Lastly, we were greeted with Clancy, who is currently still broken. If you've reached this far in the video and still don't get my point, then I have nothing to say to you, my friend. Basically, ever since Chuck's update, Brawl Stars has been making broken brawlers. And as the saying goes, a mistake done several times is a decision. That's the case with Brawl Stars' situation. Now comes the big question. Why is Brawl Stars doing this? And the most popular answer is money. As if it wasn't predictable enough with Clash Royale's transformation. With their new broken cards, level 15 and evolutions, making paid bundles with broken brawlers became Brawl Stars' new strategy of getting more money. Because why would you miss out on such an opportunity? This concept exists in many other games like Squad Busters and EA's games, known as Pay to Win, which exists in both free-to-play and paid games. And some F2P games exaggerate with this concept to get more money. Another reason might be to make new brawlers not anticlimactic. Imagine Imagine waiting eagerly for a new brawler, just for it to be as weak as Colette on release, or as boring as Pearl. You would feel absolutely disappointed, wouldn't you? On the other hand, this does not mean making that brawler overwhelming. Lily on release was surprisingly considered balanced, unlike her current state. Next, we move to the consequences of this problem. Firstly, the short-term consequences. More players will decide to quit being F2P and buy the bundles to have an advantage, likely after being trashed by P2W players and their broken brawlers. And this is exactly what Supercell wants to happen, or probably Tencent, which is a Chinese company that owns roughly 80% of Supercell. Also, the antagonism between F2P and P2W will infuriate many players, forcing them to quit the game and look for a fairer one with less P2W. Secondly, the long-term consequences. These, unfortunately, are dark and threaten the relevance of Brawl Stars and Supercell itself as a game company. Just like the short-term consequences, players will stop playing Brawl Stars and most Supercell games in general in case they played them, because P2W is slowly corrupting them too, costing Supercell thousands, even millions of their player base, ending up giving them more losses than gains, in contrast to their expectations. Take a look at Clash Royale. If you check the subreddit, you'll find many complaints about this. And like Angry Birds and Fall Guys, Brawl Stars will turn from hero to zero. So they're basically shooting themselves in the foot unconsciously. With this, we move on to the possible solutions for this intentional problem. First of all, release balanced brawlers. This is the logical way to solve this. Just like Lily, whom I mentioned earlier. But doing that alone will make the bundles feel less rewarding, right? So, in order to compensate for the overpower of brawlers, I recommend including enticing amounts of resources in the bundle, especially coins. Regarding the coins shortage issue, that would encourage players to buy the bundle so they get the resources they need. Another solution is to release more available brawlers like rare and super rare ones. Like, come on Supercell, when will there be new brawlers from these rarities? But don't make another disaster like the Rosapocalypse. In conclusion, Brawl Stars has a lot of potential as a video game, having reached a lot of popularity and insane downloads and earnings, while also having many rip-offs, showing how famous it is. But the developers' greed and thirst for money is killing the game. It is understandable to have in-app purchases because the game is free, but it is no excuse to give P2W players unfathomable advantages with unfair brawlers. And it would be sadder to see Brawl Stars morphing into the monster Clash Royale became. Brawl Stars and Clash of Clans are seen as the only hope left for Supercell to save themselves from falling into the dark abyss of pay-to-win, in which Squad Busters was born even in release. And mostly, Brawl Stars won't listen to their fans when it comes to this. You can be better without resorting to methods like these, just like Clash of Clans, blooming just like when it was new, thanks to their vastly bigger team. Thank you very much for watching this video. I appreciate you giving 8 minutes of your time for this. And if you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe. As for now, farewell.